What's up? Do I know you?
We're related, like brothers.
Okay, that's cool, bro.
Hey everyone! In this video you gonna learn how you can recycle SMD LED from an old RGB strip light and use it with an Arduino to create any RGB projects. So before desoldering RGB from strip LED we first have to understand how an RGB LED works. A light-emitting diode, LED, is a 2-lead semiconductor light source. When a suitable current is applied to the leads, electrons are able to recombine with electron holes within the device, releasing energy in the form of photons. This effect is called electroluminescence, and the color of the light is determined by the energy band gap of the semiconductor. When the diode is forward biased, then the electrons and holes are moving fast across the junction and they are combining constantly, removing one another out. Soon after the electrons are moving from the N-type to the P-type silicon, it combines with the holes, then it disappears. Hence it makes the complete atom more stable and it gives the little burst of energy in the form of a tiny packet or photon of light. Basically it is a PN junction diode that emits light when we apply current to its leads. Well, that was simple. Depending on the package, LED are commonly made into two sizes. One is THT, which is seen by almost everyone and are used in almost every lighting appliance these days, and other one is SMD LED, which are miniature LEDs made for things like bulbs and mobile phones, laptops, TV, etc., in which there's a limited space. RGB LEDs consist of one red, one green, and one blue LED. By independently adjusting each of the three, RGB LEDs are capable of producing a wide color gamut. We're using RGB LED in our project right now. But the question is where you can find this RGB LED. You can buy it from any radio parts shop, or you can find these. These are RGB strip light which we use to decorate some shit or whatever. In this strip, there are SMD RGB LED which we can use with our microcontroller in order to build all sorts of stuff, like an RGB matrix or some RGB lamp or etc. But we cannot directly connect a 12 volts 1 amps LED strip with an Arduino. In order to use these LED we gonna remove them from the strip and solder 4 wire on its terminal so we can hook it up with our microcontroller directly without connecting any MOSFET with external power source. So let's get started with some practical shit. So first I'm gonna show you all how you can hook the RGB LED with an Arduino just like this. Take the RGB strip. Remove the protective layer and cut out the RGB LED from it. Look carefully at the sides of RGB LED, there you can see the pins of LED. There are total 6 pins in this SMD RGB and 3 of them are cathode. You need to solder a common ground wire in these 3 terminals and then individually solder the R, G, and B wire to remaining 3 terminals. After soldering the wires, now let's just look at the code. This is the basic blink sketch modified for 3 outputs. If we high 2 pins instead of 1, a new color is formed. In our case I've high red and blue pin in order to create purple. Then I've high green and blue pin in order to create sky blue color, and at last I've high green and red in order to make yellow color. You can use analog right function to control the brightness of each pin and this will create even more colors. Now let's connect RGB LED with the microcontroller. Just choose any pin as you like. If you want to control the brightness of each color then use PWM enabled pins like 10, 11, 12, 3 etc. And we're done. I already have uploaded the code in the microcontroller, so now let's just plug the USB. And as you can see, it's working. Mission completed. These LED are 5 volts tolerant. If we provide them with voltage more than 5, it can get destroyed. So in the strip LED they have placed a resistor, but in our case we don't need to use an resistor because the output pins give 5 volts, which is safe for our LED.
That's all for today, guys. Hit that thumbs up button if you like this video, or a comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Stay creative, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.